There's one fruit that's been sitting quietly in your kitchen, and yet, for men over 60, it's slowly draining your testosterone, clogging your blood vessels, and quietly stealing your erections. You'd never expect it. In fact, most people still believe it's heart healthy, but in my clinic, I've seen men's lives change dramatically just by removing this one so-called healthy fruit from their routine. I'm Barbara O'Neill. I've spent over 30 years helping older men reclaim their why aging men must eat with purpose, strength, confidence, and intimate vitality. And time after time, I've seen a powerful truth. When over 60 stop guessing and start eating with purpose, their bodies respond fast. Here's the part no one tells you. Not all fruits are good for aging men. Some fruits actually increase estrogen, spike insulin, and kill off your nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for firm, healthy erections. And on the other hand, there are 4 humble fruits that can repair blood flow, awaken testosterone, and bring back energy, and fruits that increase estrogen and kill nitric oxide intimacy naturally. In this video, I'll walk you through the 4 fruits you should never touch after 60, and the 4 you should eat every single day if you want to restore your vitality and bedroom confidence. And stay with me until the end, because the final fruit I'll share has helped some of my patients reverse years of erectile decline in just a few weeks. Before we dive in, if you're a man over 60 who's serious about restoring your energy, blood flow, and confidence, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. I share practical science-backed tips made just for you. And if this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I know how to serve you better next time. All right, let's start with the first fruit you should avoid, and it might surprise you. It's one that many men eat daily without a second thought, yet it's quietly disrupting your hormones and weakening your circulation. Let's talk about grapes and why they're not as harmless as they seem. 1. Grapes. The hidden testosterone trap. Hidden testosterone trap. Grapes are often seen as a symbol of good health, small, juicy, and full of antioxidants. But for men over 60, they may be doing far more harm than good, especially when eaten regularly and without considering their source. You see, grapes are one of the most heavily sprayed fruits in commercial agriculture. Unless they're certified organic, they often carry a cocktail of pesticides, many of which are classified as xenoestrogens. These are synthetic chemicals that act like estrogen in the male body. And here's where the problem starts. When you flood your body with these estrogen-like compounds, they begin to compete with your natural testosterone. Over time, this can lead to lowered libido, belly fat, prostate swelling, and yes, softer, weaker erections. Even more concerning, studies show that pesticide residues on grapes can impair endocrine function and reduce sperm quality in aging men. One of my patients, Alan, age 67, thought grapes were helping him control his blood pressure, but he was eating 2 handfuls daily, non-organic. When we removed them from his diet and focused on low estrogen fruits instead, his morning firmness began to return. Within just 3 weeks, he noticed more energy, better sleep, and the confidence he hadn't felt in years. It's not that grapes are inherently evil, but for older men with declining testosterone, even small hormonal disruptions can have a big impact. That's why I advise minimizing or eliminating grapes unless they're organic and consumed sparingly, and absolutely stay away from grape juice. It's a sugar and pesticide bomb waiting to sabotage your health. Now, if grapes are a hidden hormone hazard, just wait until you hear what's lurking in that innocent little fruit cup. Most seniors eat with breakfast. The next one is sweet, but shockingly dangerous. 2 canned fruit cocktails. The senior sweet trap. They come in neat little cups. They look colorful, soft, and easy to chew. And for many men over 60, canned fruit cocktails have become a go-to breakfast or snack. Often eaten right alongside morning medications, it feels harmless, even healthy. But what most men don't realize is that these fruit cups are a carefully disguised sugar trap, and they're quietly damaging your blood vessels, hormones, and bedroom performance. What makes them so harmful isn't just the fruit, it's what that fruit is sitting in. Most canned fruit is soaked in high fructose corn syrup or concentrated fruit juices, which are canned fruit cocktails. Sugar in disguise, loaded with simple sugars. And when those sugars hit your bloodstream, especially on an empty stomach, they spike your insulin, inflame your arteries, and cause nitric oxide, the molecule your body needs for firm erections, to plummet. High fructose corn syrup is also linked to fatty liver, increased estrogen production, and reduced testosterone levels. In other words, the fruit that's supposed to help you age gracefully may be robbing you of your strength from the inside out. One of my patients, Raymond, age 72, had been eating fruit cocktails daily for over a decade. He was struggling with fatigue, brain fog, and had lost all sexual desire. When we eliminated those cups and introduced real low-sugar fruits, his energy returned, and his intimate life began to recover slowly but surely. Even the light syrup and no-sugar added versions are often misleading. They still contain fruit that's been sitting in a can for months, often bleached, stripped of fiber, and chemically preserved. But if you think canned fruit cocktails are bad, the next fruit might shock you even more because it's fresh, popular, and praised as healthy. Yet for aging men, it may be quietly killing your drive and your edge. 3. Bananas. Yes, it's a problem for some older men. Bananas are often one of the first fruits we learn to eat. They're soft, convenient, and promoted everywhere as a healthy snack. But for men over 60, especially those struggling with energy, weight gain, or intimacy issues, bananas may be doing more harm than good. While they do bananas, energy killer for older men, contain potassium and some beneficial nutrients. Bananas, particularly the overripe sweet ones most people prefer, can trigger subtle but significant shifts in your body's chemistry. First, bananas are loaded with simple sugars that hit your bloodstream fast. This causes a sharp insulin spike, and when insulin goes up, testosterone tends to go down. Over time, these repeated sugar surges can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and sluggish metabolism, all of which directly harm your ability to maintain strong, healthy erections. But there's more. Bananas also influence serotonin production. While serotonin is important for mood balance, too much at the wrong time can actually make you feel emotionally flat or drained. Several of my patients reported feeling sleepy, foggy, or emotionally numb after eating a banana-heavy breakfast. And for aging men, this flatness often shows up in the bedroom. Less excitement, weaker response, and low sexual motivation. Even the high level of tryptophan in bananas, which helps promote calmness, can backfire when your goal is energy, alertness, and physical readiness. In other words, bananas are not always the man food they're made out to be. Of course, not every man reacts the same way. But if you're over 60 and eating bananas daily, and you're noticing lower drive, softer mornings, or emotional fatigue, it may be time to reconsider. Still think dried fruits like raisins or dates are a safer option. You might want to hear what they're really doing to dried fruits, the silent hormone saboteur. Your testosterone before reaching for another handful. The truth may surprise you. 4. Dried fruits, especially dates and raisins. They seem innocent. Just a handful of raisins here, a couple of dates there. Many men over 60 treat dried fruits like a healthy snack, especially when cutting back on processed sweets. But the truth is, dried fruits are among the most deceptive foods you can put into your body at this stage of life. And if you're dealing with low energy, poor circulation, or fading bedroom confidence, they may be making things worse without you even realizing it. Here's the problem. Dried fruits are extremely concentrated sources of sugar. A single cup of raisins contains more sugar than a can of soda. And unlike fresh fruits, these sugars are highly condensed and stripped of the fiber that would normally slow absorption. That means your blood sugar spikes fast, your insulin surges, and your testosterone takes a sharp dip in response. Even worse, many commercially packaged dried fruits are coated in vegetable oils to keep them from sticking together and preserved with sulfites to maintain their color. These additives may interfere with zinc absorption. And as any men's health doctor will tell you, zinc is crucial for testosterone production, sperm quality, and erectile strength. I've had patients tell me they snack on dates before bed, thinking they're making a smart choice. But what they didn't know is that those dates were keeping their blood sugar elevated all night, disrupting growth hormone release, and keeping their testosterone from recovering during sleep. Dried fruit might taste sweet, but for aging men, it often leaves a bitter trail of hormonal imbalance and silent damage. So, now that we've covered the 4 fruits that can sabotage your manhood after 60, let's flip the script because coming up next are 4 powerful underrated fruits that I personally recommend to my patients, and they can reignite your blood flow, boost your testosterone, and bring your vitality back faster than you think. 1. Pomegranate. King of circulation pomegranate, the king of circulation. If there's one fruit I recommend almost universally to my male patients over 60, it's the pomegranate. Not only is it delicious and refreshing, but it's also one of the most powerful natural tools we have for restoring blood flow and protecting testosterone. You see, pomegranate is rich in compounds called